Hi Aquarius, and welcome to your Case of the Ex tarot reading for January 2018. I am going to change up the Case of the Ex reading just a little bit. I was inspired to actually add something to this reading, so it will be just a little bit different than what you're used to. Also, all of the tarot decks that I'm using and the meaning of their placement in this reading is listed in the top comment below this video. And as always, Aquarius, this is a general tarot reading, so it may or may not resonate with you and your personal situation. So the new element to this reading is going to be with these cards, and I'm going to pull a card to see why are you still hung up on your ex, what's keeping you attached to that relationship, to that person, why are you having a hard time letting go, that kind of stuff. So let's see what comes through for Aquarius. Reflection. So Aquarius, the reason why you are still having a hard time letting your ex go or letting the relationship go, and sometimes you don't even want somebody back. You just still have a lot of emotion for them and a lot of nostalgia for the relationship you had, It's different for everybody, but with reflection coming out as the reason why you're having a hard time letting go, this is saying that there is things that happened in the relationship that were deep spiritual lessons for you, and you have yet to come into the full perspective of all of those lessons yet. Some of you may still be filtering through some painful emotions and things like that, so you haven't fully reached the highest peak of your comprehension of the relationship and what it was really all about. So for you guys, you're still so stuck in there because you need to change your perspective. You need a broader view, a different vantage point about why certain things happened and played out the way they did. Because in every single painful thing that we experience, a blessing is wrapped up in there. Once we can get through the heavy energy, and get to the other side, then we receive the gifts that are so rightfully due to us. And I have to say, in the December readings, I feel like there was kind of this theme going on for Aquarius about coming into a new perspective in general about a lot of different things. So for you guys, when it comes to the ex, it might not be so much that you're meant to be with the ex or that you're still madly in love with them, even if you think you are, okay? All of that exists because you still need to be connected into their energy, because there's still more for you to learn, to gain, to understand, and to come into perspective about. So let's pull some energy oracle to look at how you are experiencing the breakup in 2018 and how your ex is experiencing your separation as well. So for you, we have deceit. So for many of you, you're feeling like your ex lied to you and played you. First chakra, really made you question, I think, yourself. It affected your self-esteem. Whatever happened but with your ex, it really affected you in your first chakra area, okay, which is all about your stability, your self-esteem, your confidence, your material footing in the physical realm. So where you're sitting at, I think you're more in a negative emotion about your ex and what happened and everything you went through with them. And I'm not surprised to see this as the card coming out as what's still keeping you hanging on. I think for you guys, even if you were very wronged, okay? It's time to let that go. It's time to let the negative go so you can shift into a different perspective about everything that did happen, so you can move on from this energy. Wow, they are coming through as the second chakra and the fourth chakra. Oh my gosh, Aquarius. Your ex is still very sexually attracted and connected to you, and emotionally connected to you. So we have 3 chakras showing here between the two of you. So right away, I know that you and your ex are still connected at the first chakra, the second chakra, and the fourth chakra. You're feeling the loss, the trauma, mainly in your first chakra, okay? Your ex is feeling the loss, the trauma, mainly in their second and fourth chakras. So, to say that your ex doesn't have feelings for you, doesn't care about you, isn't attracted to you, like that's not the case. I mean, hello, they are attracted to you. They do have a lot of emotion for you. And you know what's interesting in this theme so far of the ex readings? Because you're my third one. I've done Sag, Cap, and now you guys, Aquarius. And what I've seen in these is where the one I'm reading for is like the one that's pulling away from the relationship, and it's the ex that's still like super hung up, super in love and connected to who I'm reading for. And in the past, it's kind of been the opposite of that, where the person I'm reading for is the one that's still super hung up and things like that. It's not to say that you're not, but based on your cards opposed to your ex's cards, you're upset, you're angry, you feel like you were betrayed on some level by your ex, and it really affected your self-esteem and your confidence. It may have even affected your finances. And it's not to say that you don't care and that you don't want to be with your ex, but I just feel like you have a bad taste in your mouth about everything, and you're the one that's really pulled away. Even if they broke up with you at this point in January 2018, you're the one that's really pulling back and disconnecting from them, okay? So I'm going to pull some Oracle of Vision to get a sense of your energy specifically and your ex's energy specifically, because this is more of how you're experiencing the breakup and the separation and distance. All right. You're coming through as fear. Yeah. Sagittarius had this. With this card as your energy, I do have to put this message out there for some of you. It might not be that your ex or the person you're thinking about as you watch this reading did you wrong or betrayed you, okay? That might not be the case at all. It might be that this connection with this person really scares you, and you are the one being deceitful in hiding your true emotions. Like I said, you're connected at the first, the second, and the fourth chakra. So you still feel them in your second chakra and your fourth chakra. You're attracted to them. You have emotion for them. But for you, it's strongest in your first chakra, where your confidence lies, your self-esteem, your stability, your security in the world, okay? So for some Aquariuses, it's very similar to Sagittarius's reading, where you are afraid of this connection. You are afraid of getting involved, so you pull back, okay? Now, for others of you, this just goes back to, you know, if you were deceived and that's how you're feeling, so you've pulled back, like you're just, regardless of your emotion and attraction, you are afraid to get involved again, okay? Like you just, there's too much instability about this ex or about the relationship itself, and it really makes you afraid. and they are coming through. Yeah, wow, Aquarius, they're really in love with you. I feel like this is Sagittarius's reading all over again. Like, I don't feel like they are with anybody. If they are, they're not invested in the relationship emotionally. They're not there emotionally. You know, they're still connected to you at their heart chakra. They're still very sexually attracted to you and connected to you with their second chakra. So your ex is coming through as being lonely and thinking about you and not wanting anybody else. So maybe they did screw up, but gosh, if they did, Aquarius, they're sorry for it. Like, they love you. I don't know why you guys aren't together, honestly, other than something happened and it's like you can't forgive, you can't move beyond, like they really violated your trust or something, or it's just such a lovely connection that it really scares you and you pull back. Like, maybe it wasn't part of your plan to feel so many emotions, or maybe you feel like they have more emotion for you than you have for them, and that frightens you, you know. It could be something like that, but they're really into you, at least the Aquariuses I'm reading for. The ex, they're your ex. Wow. So let's pull some tarot cards to see what the story is here. How does this energy pan out in January of 2018? We have the Queen of Cups reversed. So for some of you, this could be a water sign or somebody with a lot of water energy in their chart. There is a strong connection with Sagittarius energy as well. So maybe you are a Sagittarius rising or Sagittarius moon, or, you know, your ex could be Sagittarius with a lot of water energy. So this being reversed, this is disconnection. All right, this is a lot of emotion. And then we have the Queen of Swords. This is your energy all day, Aquarius, because this is representing an air sign. So, but you're coming out upright. So you are coming from a place of logic. Like, you're really in your head about all of this. You're not so much in your emotional space. You're not connecting with your soul about this. Like, you're really in your head about this ex and what happened and what you should do and how this relationship should move forward. Is there any, you know, stability to go forward? And now we have Justice reversed. So this is, you know, unfairness right here. One of you is feeling like the other is being very unfair, unjust, stubborn. Maybe, again, that deceitful energy. High Priestess reversed. So it's like somebody's having secrets. Four of Wands reversed, like no stability. And then the Magician upright. Okay. So, you know, for some of you, even though this ex really loves you and is all about you, there may have been some infidelity. Like, that might be what this is all about, okay? And that's why you are disconnecting. You are standing your ground. You're being in your head about it because, you know, that may be end all no repair for you. It really affected you. For others of you, maybe you're the one that cheated, okay? The deceitful behavior was on your side, and even though your ex still really loves you and feels connected, maybe they are keeping their self disconnected from you because of something that you did, the deceit, the lies, because there's definitely some player energy here, which surprises me because you guys are clearly connected and have love and you're very attracted to each other, but you know, for some, there could have been like cheating, infidelity, lies, betrayal, and that's why we are apart despite this wonderful connection. And again, we need to come into a new perspective about the whole situation before we can move forward, no matter what, like whether we get back together or we go our separate ways. Like a new perspective is needed on your behalf, Aquarius, in order for you to feel like you can move forward. Again, there's this message of the Aquarius who is afraid, is very afraid of this connection for whatever reason, and you feel like maybe it's not stable or you just don't trust it, you're suspicious of it for some reason. But I feel like if that's the case, it's like it's unfounded for you to feel that way. Like if it's just a suspicion, because that's coming through because of what you've been through before, and you're projecting that onto this new person, you know, who is not trying to deceive you or harm you. So there's a couple different strong storylines going on in your guys' X reading for January, Aquarius. So let's take a look at the romance angels to get some more information. Yeah, forgiving and learning. So either you need to forgive them for something they've done, or now they might need to forgive you for, you know, being afraid and disconnecting, whatever the case may be. But no matter what storyline you fall in with your ex, like there's forgiving that needs to happen. And with learning here, I'm not surprised. Like I said, there's a new perspective that needs to be gained. Love yourself first. So this goes back to that betrayal, where maybe, you know, if you were deceived, you're pulling back because you're like, hey, I matter too, and I'm not going to tolerate this. I don't care how much I'm attracted to you, how much I love you. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm not going to be lied to. I'm not going to be taken advantage of. I'm not going to be cheated on. And then honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So Aquarius, for a very small number of you, okay, and I do feel like this is the minority, honest to God, you guys are going to come back together with this ex in January, and the time you spend together is just going to feel like a honeymoon, like you're in that honeymoon period, the reconnection. It's really beautiful, like we connect so well. So for some, you are going to be spending some time with this ex in January 2018. And, you know, this very well could lead to a reconciliation. And I feel like it's more for those of you who are just afraid of this relationship, just afraid of it. And, you know, that's that. There's no real rhyme or reason. It's just because of what you've been through in the past. And that's why you pulled back, because there is a lot of emotion here. So I'm going to pull some advice for you guys on your ex for January 2018. Allow love. Oh my God, Sagittarius got this card too, first card out. Yes. Some of you are just afraid of this intense connection that you have with this person, and that's why you are disconnected, and you need to let it in. Like, this person is really all about you. For others of you, this allow love, for those of you who were deceived or betrayed, you need to not close yourself off. You need to come back down into your heart space and love yourself for who you are. Even if your confidence and self-esteem has been injured, you know, you're still fabulous. Let the love in. Let the love in for yourself, and, you know, for other people who do love you and do want to be with you. Like, you are a catch, Aquarius. So let the love in. look through the situation. Yep, not surprised because we have reflection. It's an identical message right here. You really need to come into a new perspective about this ex, regardless of why we're apart right now. Regardless of why. Your storyline doesn't matter. You need to come into a new perspective, and that's confirmed in your advice. And you are safe. Yep. For those of you who are only pulling back because you're scared of love, you're safe. This person is not going to harm you. And honestly, for many of you, I feel like if this ex is somebody who did screw up and, you know, on some level, and they're coming back, I feel like there is this genuine, earnest nature to their energy where they do want to be genuine to you. They do want to give you what you deserve, okay? Everybody makes mistakes. For some of you, obviously what happened, there's just end all no repair. It doesn't matter. But I feel like for others of you, like, this is a safe reconciliation, okay? Especially if you pull back just because you're afraid of love in general. So, Aquarius, that is your tarot reading for Case of the Ex for January 2018. I sure hope that you enjoyed it, and I'm wishing you all the best, and I hope that you take real good care of yourself.